Hola, soy Willette de Exurb y Montañas Rusas en Tijuana por mi aventura de Mundo Divertido. So I'm parked at a shopping center that is right on the border. My bike's gonna carry me the rest of the way through this journey because, well, I know that is something that is gonna draw eyes. So I'm not even gonna deal with it at the border. Locked. Bike is loaded. Let's go to Tijuana. Let this be a lesson for any creditors like myself that decide to come down to Tijuana to ride these roller coasters at Mundo Divertido. I just got into Tijuana and, well, I mean, my phone, I had not paid for any sort of international plan, so I had to pay $5 for a day with my phone company, which not a big deal. But I couldn't even access the phone app to add money to be able to get that. So luckily, I was able to communicate with this place behind me, the UR Studio, or Una Belleza Unica. Yeah, I was able to just hand them my phone with the Wi-Fi screen open, and they were nice and connected me. But I'm just gonna say, for anyone who is traveling down here, be ready to deal with that. It's like, just because you look at the map and think, oh, it's right next to San Diego, does not mean your phone's gonna pick up US cellular data. So just so you know. I mean, heck, looking at this place, this looks abandoned. Not just, like, I mean, I have not seen any ride-offs getting ready. I see trains on the track, but, like, I mean, looking at this go-kart, this looks abandoned. There looks like we've got a replica of the Brazilian Christ Redeemer out here, standing on top of a mountain. You can see this monorail, it goes into the parking lot, and you can see what I mean by it's basically a mall. Like, it's gonna take us through the entirety of the mall. Like, this this encompasses like the entire plaza, this one ride here. So, like, I was like, when I saw how big this thing was, like, I knew I had to get on it, you know? But yeah, like, pretty cool to say that I have Mexican coaster credits now. See that movie theater there? You actually have to enter the park through that movie theater. A walk around tour of the outdoor portion. So here, I'll just show we have some bumper boats. Got some rides over here. Here is our L&T Systems Wild Mouse that was my 400th credit. Laugh all you want about me getting a Wild Mouse as my 400th credit, but you know, it's my first Mexican credit, so you know, that's got to count for something, that I add a third country that I've ridden a coaster in as my 400th credit. Got some bumper cars here. Looks like there is more to the go-kart track, and part of it is just closed off, but what there is very giggle-inducing. I'll say that. Over here you've got a Wacky Worm, which, I mean, all the memes about the Mexican Wacky Worms, and you know, now I've ridden one. So yeah. But yeah, these go-karts, they have a, like, if you want them to go fast, they can get going pretty fast. Over there is a spot that bounces a little bit, and that's really fun. We've got a Viking ship here. And then we've got that monorail. So yeah, pretty small park. I'm gonna ride the Viking ship because I haven't done it yet. The Viking ship was pretty lame. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It does not go above the white supports, really. On the, like, the ends don't make it higher than that. So, I mean, it's really pretty lame for a Viking ship. We also have something that looks like a knockoff post swing around. And yeah, that is Mundo Divertido. It's the only park here in Baja California, and there aren't that many parks around it outside of the Southern California parks. Well, I guess this is Northern Baja California, but Alto California, I guess I should say, other than the Southern Alto California parks. This park pretty much sits alone as far as rides like this go. And like, I mean, I imagine that there aren't too many enthusiasts that come out here to see this place. And like, I mean, it is a fun little park. Even though it's an ordeal making it happen and they have like cash only policies. Generally you see parks have the opposite these days of no cash. But like, yeah, that'll probably do it here from Mundo Divertido. Also, something that I'm gonna say that I've noticed is that there's a lot more just don't be stupid type mentality out here. And what I mean by that is, like, I mean, I'll see like the ride ops on that Viking ship, for example. They will just, you know, start opening the things, and they have to crank it up to unlock the restraints. So, you know, I've never seen that before on that type of ride, but people started getting off when it still hadn't gotten into the home position, and I was just like, all right, because like the employees didn't do anything to stop it. So I'm like, I guess here in Mexico, it's just a, hey, don't be stupid. And the ride ops don't give that many instructions, which, you know, as an enthusiast, I know exactly how to ride and how not to be stupid doing things, but it's like, it's one of those things where I'm just like, you know, wow. There is this entire indoor section that's inside the Cinemex that is part of Mundo Divertido. Pretty much standard kiddie rides and arcade here. Plus they have a carousel that's mass produced. I know they have one of those at Hershey Park, or at least they used to. And it's like, all these games are just standard arcade games. So yeah. And just as an additional, here people just do what they want to do. Oh, we've got more games down there, but there you go. I've been walking around with my bike bag all day, and my bike is locked inside the movie theater. Full of roundabouts like this. Definitely stressful on a bike, but I mean, at least you don't have to just sit in traffic, because you can just go straight through it. Just want to show off these Mexican payphones. There is no sound that's coming, so they're not working, but it's cool to see these things still here, just for anyone who wants to see something old. I've been told about, hey, if you're gonna go down to Tijuana for coaster credits, have a bite to eat while you're there, and this place is really good, Earth Bowl. It's a vegan place, and it's very much Mexican, so it's a good place to come try the local food, and I'm gonna say it's delicious, so highly recommend it. So here we've got an arch for swings. You don't see swings that are built with this formation too often. Here's what makes me say they look abandoned, though. You've got a piece missing. You've got your monkey bars here. Let you take a look at the buildings. And of course, this looks like it could have been a pool at some point, actually, with this platform. We're gonna, like, I love how this is decorated. Just like this could have been a fountain at some point. We've also got these little hills over here. Like, I mean, this isn't urbex in the traditional sense, but, you know, it's still cool to look at this stuff and the artistry that has gone into it. Who would have ever thought that kid who grew up in Pennsylvania was gonna be poking around in Mexico to show off architecture like this? Like, it's just so hilarious. To think about. And like, I mean, in that, like, I mean, I never left America seeing that. Bridge across the border, there's a replica of the St. Louis Arch, I guess. Not something I was expecting to see down here.
Many birds.